I do dislike this man intensely for very obvious reasons, but I don't stab people. So that's some of the evidence. I'll give you one more. Here you can see I'm being described as Dr. Senibratna, but here I become Mr. Senibratna. Also, nursing staff expressed concerns giving Dr. Senibratna his antipsychotic injection due to the apparent severity of extrapyramidal symptoms. And then November 2019 they decided to stop the drugs. However, it was more than nursing staff expressing concerns. The Indian case manager who replaced Nigel Lewin for a while, name is Raghavan Raman, was actually a supporter of the Tamil Tigers. However, he refused to inject me because he could see that I was being killed by the injection. Nigel Lewin intended continuing the injections until I did die. He was going to do it all my life. He tried to convince me to accept 3 monthly injections of paliperidone, 3 times the dose, that would have killed me. And it so happens that the bosses of the PA hospital were accepting bribes. They call them fees and hospitality from Johnson Slag as well as 4 other drug companies. Balaji Motomari, who is the director, and Mark Taylor. And it so happens that Mark Taylor is the English psychiatrist, to use the term loosely, who tortured me, locked me up and tortured me for coming up with a peace plan for Timor back in 1999 in Melbourne. He was working in the Alfred Hospital. I was put under another English woman called Kim Jenkins, and then Mark Taylor. And then they referred me to Peter Braun, a Jewish guy, who said that I was psychotic, paranoid, because I thought that he was involved with Mossad. You can hear the recording that I have of it, that I recorded of the Mental Health Review Board hearing, Peter Braun, saying that I said some psychiatrists are involved with the Mossad, and looked at him. Yeah, I think if you check all the data, you'll find that Peter Braun is indeed a Mossad psychiatrist, and there are lots of psychiatrists involved with Mossad. So, it's a false narrative, and they repeated this false narrative, despite knowing that it was a false narrative, for years and years. They claimed on the previous, I got a lot of these reports, that the report they say was written by Nigel Lewin. I asked Nigel Lewin, and he said he didn't write the report. So I said, well, why did these Indian psychiatrists write that it was written by you? And he said, well, maybe they didn't want to put their signature on it. Indeed. So, obviously, this strengthens my claim against the PA Hospital, Brisbane City Council and Queensland Police. I leave it there. Thanks for listening and watching.